What's up, guys, and welcome to Xbox Ready, the YouTube channel that is all about Xbox. I'm Ray, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing Xbox's true goal and what's keeping them from achieving true greatness. And remember, if you want to stay Xbox Ready, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring that little bell to be notified whenever I post a video. Let's discuss. So there's been a lot of buzz around the Xbox brand recently. They're going full third party. They're abandoning hardware. There's not going to be Xboxes anymore. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sure at this point you've heard every take that there is. But while their announcement on last week's episode of the Xbox official podcast didn't exactly break the internet or change the hierarchy of the video game industry, make no mistake, it marked a turning point in Xbox's trajectory. And when we look back on this 10, 15 years from now, there is no doubt in my mind that this will be a definitive moment in the Xbox brand that we can say, hey, that's where it all changed. It was a moment where Xbox stood in front of the whole world and said clearly what their intentions are. They've touched on parts of it before, they've discussed this publicly before, but last week they quadrupled down on what their real goal is: to make every screen an Xbox. They're shipping 4 Xbox exclusives to other platforms, and while none of them are either Starfield or Indiana Jones, there is no doubt in my mind that a couple years down the line, they would definitely be open to it. Phil Spencer used the words Xbox platform about a bajillion times in last week's announcement, and in interviews, he rarely ever talks about just the console specifically. Also, in an internal memo sent out to employees, Phil Spencer even specifically said that he wants a future where every screen is an Xbox. We're literally seeing the baby version of this right now. You can play Xbox published games on console. Obviously, that includes an Xbox console, the Series X or the Series S, but that also includes PlayStation and the Nintendo Switch. You can play Ghostwire Tokyo on PlayStation, Deathloop as well, Ori and the Will of the Wisps on Nintendo Switch. You can play Xbox published games on PC, whether through the Xbox app for PC or through Steam. You can play them on your phone or tablet via remote play. You stream the gameplay coming from your console, and then you beam that directly to whatever mobile device that you're playing on. But there's one thing that they gotta figure out if they ever want to make this whole thing of, oh, every screen is an Xbox, make that a reality. They have to figure out cloud gaming. Cloud gaming is something that could easily double, triple their reach, get people all over the world playing Xbox games. And I'm sure to some degree it's already sort of doing that. There's only one problem though. It's not very good. Guys, Xbox cloud gaming kinda sucks. And I'll show you what I mean right now without saying a single word.
Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things. I just wish things would get better. I'm trying to get rid of them, but nothing seems to stay the same. Woke up in the morning, doing my hair, makeup, getting my clothes on. Walking into school, thinking of what is going to happen next. Oh, whoa, things are just caught up in my mind. Just cannot get rid of them. I am worrying and worrying, I just cannot get rid of this. I cannot take chances, it is just too much. Waking up in the morning, going into school, worrying and worrying, it is just too much. Yeah.
Okay, sure, I'm being a little dramatic. Is every cloud gaming session like that? No. But it's like that enough times for my opinion of the service to take a bit of a hit. They need to work on this queuing system. They need to work on game stability, on and off Wi-Fi. They need to work on controller input latency. Like, it would be dope if I could just whip out my phone wherever I'm at and just start playing Halo Infinite and have nothing to worry about, but I can't do that right now. Google Stadia, maybe they couldn't figure out how to keep the lights on over there and just continue to exist, but they offered a pretty dang good, stable game streaming experience. That was the first time I had ever tried cloud gaming. I tried Destiny 2 on like my crappy laptop at the time that I used to record voiceovers, and it worked great. I even streamed Hitman to my Xbox Series X on the Microsoft Edge browser. And still a very stable, nice experience. Xbox hasn't quite figured that out yet, at least not on a consistent basis. Stadia also figured out that people would want to play games that they actually own and not just from this like streaming catalog that they have. And actually, that's something that Sony has beaten Xbox to the punch on as well. Back in June, they gave PlayStation 5 owners the ability to stream games that they own through their crappy cloud gaming servers. Xbox has been talking about adding that feature for a while now, but we haven't really heard anything about it. That was until today. This guy with the gamer tag Nasberg, or Nosberg, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, he literally just DM'd Phil Spencer and was like, hey man, any update on whether or not we'll be able to stream games that we own through xCloud? And Phil replied, he was like, should be coming later this year. That is a huge feature to tease in just the DMs. Now this is cool for a number of reasons. Number one, it's pretty cool that Phil Spencer actually responded to this dude. What other gaming CEO can you reach out to on the platform that you're playing games on and actually get a response? What other CEO or public figure type person would even have their DMs on? This inspired me to look through my own messages on Xbox Live, and I'm sorry guys if I've taken a while to respond to you or I haven't gotten around to playing with you. I promise I'm trying, but I'm also learning new things about editing and filming and YouTube and stuff. So just give me a little time and I will get back to you, I promise. Number two, adding this feature in would vastly expand the utility of Xbox Cloud Gaming. Because as it is right now, you can only stream games that are on the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate Library. Now don't get me wrong, that's a pretty impressive collection of games. But for example, if you are playing a game through cloud gaming, on your phone, on your laptop, whatever, and that game decides to leave Game Pass one day, you will no longer be able to stream it, and that sucks. With this feature, you could avoid that happening entirely. If a game is leaving Game Pass, you can use your discount to buy that game and not only play it on your console or PC or whatever, but also through the cloud. This is another baby step in elevating the Xbox Cloud Gaming service and making it a viable standalone pillar that can prop up the Xbox brand for many years to come. But guys, they face a lot of issues. Let's cover one of the more obvious one, the mobile gaming problem. Xbox desperately wants to break into mobile gaming. They said as much over and over again during the FTC trials and all that craziness and trying to acquire Activision Blizzard. They want to break into mobile gaming so bad, but they face a massive obstacle, and that obstacle's name is Apple. Their terms make it pretty much impossible to get your own storefront onto iOS devices without paying a ton of fees. And even if you do pay a shit ton of money to get your app or game or whatever onto iOS, a lot of times for these bigger companies, it's not even worth it because of all the money that they're losing to Apple. Getting a cloud gaming app on phones, on iOS, on Android, that would be a massive win for Xbox and the goals that they're trying to achieve. But I don't know how that's going to happen, honestly. It doesn't seem like any progress is being made on getting Apple or Android to open up their devices to rival app stores. Microsoft is relying literally on full-on government intervention to do just that. And sometimes the government intervention isn't even enough. And while we're talking about government intervention in the private sector, they are also a problem. One of the more unexpected things that prevented Xbox from closing that Activision deal was the CMA over in the UK decided, hey, if we approve this deal, if we let this pass, then Microsoft is just gonna run roughshod on the cloud gaming market. They're gonna dominate and no one's even gonna have a chance or a prayer to catch them and be competitive in that space. Microsoft went pretty quiet on the cloud gaming front shortly after that decision was made, which was surprising because prior to that, they were like, oh yeah, cloud gaming, it's the future. Oh yeah, we're gonna have like a console dedicated to just game streaming. It's gonna be a little box so you can plug into your TV. And then after the CMA shot the Activision Blizzard deal down because of cloud gaming, they were like, oh, we should shut up. We should stop talking about cloud gaming. I wasn't aware of this, but because Microsoft had to sell off their cloud gaming rights to Ubisoft in order to get this Activision deal approved over in the UK, It makes it so even though Diablo 4 is now available on Game Pass, therefore making it eligible to be streamed via cloud gaming, you can't do that over in the UK. I was reading Jez Corden's article earlier today about this, and I was like, wait, hold on. That is completely whack. So not only do you have Apple and Google actively messing up cloud gaming for Xbox, but you also have literal government entities around the world making cloud gaming worse. So after years of being just a console, Xbox wants to be something more. They want to evolve beyond the box. They want to be on every screen in the world. The more that I'm talking about it, the more it sounds like a Big Brother's always watching situation. Xbox is always there. Everywhere I go, I see his face. Is that something that could actually work and spur meaningful and great change in the video game industry? Or are we looking at another Xbox One situation where they came out and were like, yeah, we want your Xbox to be more than just games. We want you to work out with your Xbox. We want you to use it as an entertainment system to watch movies. We want you to talk to it via the Xbox Connect. And then we all know how that played out. In my opinion, if they want any chance of reaching that goal of, oh, every screen is an Xbox. Oh, we want to reach billions of players around the world. We want Game Pass to have 100 million subscribers. They gotta beef up cloud gaming. Cloud gaming has massive potential. Imagine a world where you don't need to spend $500-600 on multiple consoles just to play your video games. You could just stream it to your phone, to your TV, to your computer. Am I saying I want that to be the only option? No, because I still want to buy an Xbox. I still want to buy a console. I still want to buy nice PCs to play things natively. But that would be an awesome option to have, especially for people who can't afford to buy a brand new console or a brand new PC, but they do have a phone to stream games on. Cloud gaming has a ton of potential, man, but Xbox also has a ton of obstacles that they gotta clear before it's actually a truly great service. They face the technical challenge of beefing up their servers and making the game stable while you're streaming. They face legislative problems, like with governments all around the world. They face opposition in the private sector as well from other corporations who want to have a chokehold on mobile gaming. They're fighting a lot of battles. And again, I don't think that their efforts in the cloud gaming space signal, oh, Xbox is only going to be a streaming thing, it's only going to be a cloud gaming thing. No. We know, for example, thanks to this special edition of the Xbox Official Podcast, that they're already sitting on the next generation of Xbox consoles. They're going to reveal them later this year, so that takes care of like, what, the next 6-10 years? And even if they don't come out with another 2 Xboxes beyond that, I still think that they're at least going to have one console at all times. The strategy being they're trying to cover all their bases, right? Hey, if you want to stream your games, we got you. Hey, if you want to play your games through a subscription like Game Pass, we got you. Hey, if you want to play on your couch but offline, just single player games on a console natively, we got you. Hey, if you want to sit at a desk and play Xbox games at your PC on a monitor, we got you there too. But when you're talking about the future though, I don't know, man. Pretty much anything could happen, I guess. Anyways, guys, that's all the Xbox stuff I have to talk about today. You can check me out on Instagram as well. I got an Xbox Ready account there, and TikTok. But you know I'm gonna be here until I physically cannot do it anymore, until I literally keel over and die. I'm gonna be here on the YouTube channel talking everything going on in the world of Xbox. I'll be doing game reviews, accessory reviews, unboxings, literally anything you can think of, and I'd love for you to come along with me on the journey. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.